Halloween is now in theaters and is the follow-up film to, you guessed it, Halloween, which came out in 1978, and that film was directed by obviously John Carpenter. And John Carpenter didn't direct this sequel. He did compose it though, and it's interesting because you would think that if he could compose a film that he would also direct it, but it is what it is. And this film follows 40 years after the events of the first film and erases the other sequels. I think there's like 8 or 9 sequels. And it follows the events after 40 years later where Mike Myers escapes from prison. You know, there's a crash, of course, and he then goes to try and seek out Laura, and Laura is, of course, prepared because she's been waiting for this for 40 years now. And it's basically the face-off between these two, along with all the other side characters that get picked off along the way. This film I was not looking forward to at first. It wasn't until I saw the trailer, honestly, where I was like, I could actually see myself watching this. Because before that, I was like, why make a sequel to the original? We've already had 70 sequels that weren't good, or at least I heard. I haven't seen them. But then I saw the trailer, and the second trailer, and I was like, I'm in. I'm in all the way. And I have to say that this film, it is solid. And the first thing I want to say, though, is that this film score, it's not solid. The score by John Carpenter is incredible. Simply put, it is incredible. It does a great job of paying homage to the original score, but also being its own score, where it does add elements. It adds this synth to it, as well as feeling a bit modern, but also retro. And it's a good back and forth, I think. The sound design is also pretty neat, especially in Dolby. I would definitely recommend seeing this in Dolby for the film. I also thought that this film was breezily paced. It never really felt dull. It was 106 minutes. I was never bored, honestly. I was always waiting to see what was going to happen next, even if there were a couple things I knew that would happen, you know, along the way. I enjoyed the homage that the film paid. Pretty much the entire film's a homage to the first one. And I enjoyed Jamie Lee Curtis's performance. She was enjoyable per usual. The Scream Queen, they call her. That being said, this is a solid film making at it, but it's technically well made. But at the same time, it's also entertainment-wise good. But there are a lot of problems with this film. For starters, I think this film focuses too much on the granddaughter. This is a film that should have focused more on Laura versus Mike Myers, not the granddaughter. It just felt so unnecessary. You know, I get that they want to add the second and third generation, but it's like the mom and daughter in the film, it was just kind of like, really? I also think the ending is just kind of like a cop-out. You know, it just kind of felt like, well, we're not sure how to end this, so we're just going to end it like this, and I guess this is satisfying. But it was just kind of like, okay. Also, I think that the way they portrayed, you know, PTSD, I think they could have done a better job. I think they could have fleshed that out more, which again leads to the whole, you know, focusing on Laura more, but they didn't. Also, I mean, again, it suffers from what I like to call Force Awakens syndrome. And that simply means where it's pretty much a well-done version, copy and pasted version of the original. And Force Awakens did that, Creed did that, and now Halloween did it. And all 3 of those films have something in common. I've only seen all 3 of those one time. I haven't needed to rewatch them. And Halloween's no different. I'm not going to want to rewatch it anytime soon. Now, the soundtrack, yeah, I'm going to be listening to that bad boy all night long. That was a great score by John Carpenter. But the film itself, it's solid. It's watchable. It's a film that, you know, it's the movie of the week. It'll be in theaters for a couple weeks. It will do very well at the box office. Many people will be talking about it. Many people will be debating on if it's the best Halloween sequel. And yeah, it's enjoyable. I'd say watch it. But again, don't expect to be blown away. It's nothing new that you've seen before. There's also a twist towards the end, and it's like, okay, wow, that was kind of weak. But in the end, again, it's a solid watch. It's entertaining, and yeah, I'd give it a light recommendation. I'd give Halloween a 3.5 out of 5-star rating, or for those like a hot sauce light rating, it's the old Texas Pete sauce rating. So, guys, let me know your thoughts though in the comment section down below on the new Halloween 2018, and how does it compare to the original in your opinion? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.